Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you so very much for your interest in the channel. So we have some people listening on Twitter. Get to know me, guys, on Twitter and gals that don't know me. We got an amazing family here. Hey, guys, on YouTube. But seriously, get to know me and, listen to me at the streams. With the videos I'm posting, you honestly want to hear if I'm psychotic, insane, excuse me, or not, which is obvious. When I read the titles of my videos myself, I go, how can it be? You know what? It says only one is watching. That's a little problem. I know I'm here. Stephen A's here. Darla's here. There's someone else here, I'm sure. There's only one person watching, but people will be coming in. So the biggest hype these days, and I looked into research, is certain titles and keywords that I'm putting in now to try to attract people, but it's not working on YouTube. But luckily, we have Twitter, and Twitter is the savior. I'll be honest with you all. Twitter, some amazing people there. Some people are showing interest in the research, like you guys do here. But still, here on YouTube, it's basically only us. We have a great show tonight. We're going to look at a few videos actually, and you know me, when I'm not just going to drag on hours of video to get hours of watch time and get people watching. We're going to keep it interesting. 6-minute video, 1-minute video, 2-3-minute video. That's it. We'll talk. We got lots of news. David Grusch, we can start with that. I was going to, I wrote it all down, but I don't think I'm going to have to read it. If you all know Gary Nolan, and obviously most of you are following the story, I'm zoomed up again tonight for some reason. We're starting that again, I guess. The retrieval program, it's the CIA's wing, the Office of Global Access, that is in charge of coordinating the retrieval of alien craft. I wouldn't be surprised if the alien craft guys and gals are on the moon. What do you think of that? Anika's here. We'll start with that right away before we get into the show. So as you know, a lot of you are very patient when you send mail to me, and Bruce takes weeks to get it, and then it takes a week or two to go and get it, and it takes a long time. So yeah, listen, I got some people that are like me into the music. We'll jump right into the space guys after this. I got a letter, and I just opened it. I read it, and my friend, I'll just say, Scotty Rob, some music wants me to listen to. I will, and I received everything here in the mail. It was sealed. It was not opened. Everything is in it, and the card that you put in there, the little chip. I will be listening to that, man. I wanted to listen to it before doing the stream to let you know, but please listen in. I'll have to talk to you again about it because you're going to forget. Scott, thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Anika, I have gloves here, okay, that have no finger ends because I need to use them when I'm outside. Well, I use them outside shoveling, when I go outside with my telescope, so I can have grip, right? And I have them, but they're summer and they're leather and they're cold in the winter. And here, Anika, that was very thoughtful of you. And by the way, there's we keep wanting to talk there about the guitar and about everything, but aside from the guitar there, like I said, uh, between the holidays or after the holidays, um, connect one to one there, and those 3 questions that you asked me about the guitar too, we'll be able to regulate that right away and talk about that, just you and I. And like a lot of you, for Christmas, I hope you'll be coming by to the streams. I'll have some people come on the screen, maybe shoot the shit, excuse the expression, together. If some of you are not with family during the holidays or with families and want to tune in, I don't stop producing. I will be producing throughout the holidays. There's no holidays here. Always videos. So I hope you all know that. I hope you all know that. And talk about thoughtful in my freezing house here. I can't. Well, actually, I can't. Um, I can't show you the socks. Knit for me. Yes, trolls. Don't hate me, please. I have them on my feet. I'll be honest with you, and it's warmer than anything I've ever had. But here, the thoughtful, sweet lady, Anika. Oh, a hair from Anika. Oh, I'm keeping it. I got thank you, Anika. I love you so much for it. Honestly, this is pretty awesome and warm at the same time. See, you guys think of me all the time. Some people, I mean, I just love you for it. I think you're absolutely amazing. And thank you very, very much. Scott, I promise you I will listen to that chip. Norma C, if you are listening in, thank you. I got your letter. I listen, Norma, I love you so much for taking care of me. And you know what the worst of it is? Hold on. That's incredible. Anika, I have to say, yeah, you're pretty good at that. Um, it almost looks like you. Maybe I'll go buy him some brand new woolen socks, and I'll just say that I knit them. That is freaking pretty good. I love you for it, Anika. And not just saying that there, so that we can connect face to face. Ever so politely, patiently asked once, "Hey, Bruce, love to connect with you and say hi." And if any of you like doing so or connecting with me, you guys know it. On top of having incredible videos here, I love you, Nika. Thank you very much. On top of having incredible videos here, I want you all to know that I get back at comments also. I reply to people, big or small channels. I interact with everyone. You know, there's no stupid questions here either. Some people need help with telescopes. Some people want to know what infrareds I'm using. Some people want to know my settings. And when they ask me my settings, I say, well, I'm set up pointed to the moon. I play stupid, you know, because I've been talking about my settings for years, right? So how do you all feel about the spacecraft? Like, I want your total honesty. I want you to tell me if some of you are here and say, Bruce, I love your work. I love watching your moon stuff, but writing spacecraft in a video is a bit exaggerated. Somebody told me it's just a transference of light. I thought it was pretty ignorant. Yeah, transference of light from three thrusters. When I say spacecraft, you know, never in my entire, should I say, can I say career? The whole time I've been here, I've never told anybody that I've caught a spacecraft, right? UFO, UAP that came down in the yard, like the last short video, by the way. Go check it out. I have short videos up, daily short videos. And if I'm posting this much, I intend on maintaining the same speed of posting and greatly augmenting the shorts also on members. I realize I can do shorts just for the members and talk about certain other things and zoom up on certain things that, you know, shooting out 15, 20 shorts in a day of other captures, even NASA captures. You guys know it. I don't show much of NASA here because I'm Canadian and I have problems when I post some NASA stuff, you know, gathering some stuff. So Gary Nolan, some of you must have heard of him in the news recently. Yesterday, he was talking, if any of you know Ross Coulthart from News Nation, the one that has dibs on interviewing the whistleblowers, which, by the way, a lot more interviews are coming with whistleblowers. A lot of interviews have been done in skiffs. And when I say in the skiff, it means in private. So that means people can't hear exactly what's going on. But David Grusch, and I'll be checking replies here. Actually, I'll be doing that first here. Say hello to everyone. Stephen A is in the house. I was able to manage, brother. Hauser, how's it going, my man? Good evening, Bruce. Just home after another 14-hour round trip by bus to see my mother. Hope she's doing well, man. Get to see her for 3 hours before the return trip. I'm exhausted. I guess so, brother. I believe it. So, be careful. There's some fake Bruce All channels that appear here and insult people sometimes. So it causes a lot of a little bit of turmoil in the community, and for people just arriving, might be highly insulted and say, "What, you know, what language?" Because sometimes the language can be very bad. I show some stuff that's really revealing, but honestly, even the trolls are blocked here. We don't have that many trolls. At the streams, we have a lot of fun. Always a lot of fun. That's for sure. We have Stephen A. Hawes, always the same amazing people that come back. Darla, how are you? Love seeing your North Star necklace, Bruce. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. My mother got me that, and it's um, something related to the family, to my dad too, who said that my grandfather was on a star when he passed away and that he would be too, and passed away not long after. And then I start working in the stars. So it was sort of really cool. So I have the North Star around my neck. And at the same time, if ever I get disoriented, I got the north, south, east, and west. North, south, east, and west. And thank you, everyone from Twitter, for watching the videos. We have a little slowdown on Twitter. I have to get used to Twitter, finding out. Like, I get up 5 a.m. Monday morning and I post a spaceship video 50 minutes after. I'm like, where the hell? People are working, Bruce. People are sleeping. People have families. People aren't sleeping thinking of you and what UFO you're going to come up with. They stop by once in a while. But I'm trying to grow this channel to make one of the biggest free channels. Or I'm not here to compete. There's no competition. Just shooting that out there. The research here is unique, exclusively shown here on Bruce Sees All research channel, and not supposed to be on anyone else's channel. But the interest, I know there's a lot of it, but there's not a lot of people that get the chance to come to my channel, I guess, as for being recommended. I saw something really scary the other day. 1,500,000 ads were impressions, meaning not ads, impressions. So that means 1.5 million times in 48 hours. YouTube says this. They presented my spaceship video to people, and they said in all of that amount, they said during the not in 2 days, I'm sorry, during the month, 1.5 impressions, and they said nobody wanted to watch the video. They said that out of the 1.5 million times they recommended my video, only 90,000 clicked on it, which you say, well, Bruce, 90,000 is a lot. Well, yeah, it's a lot. But when you think that if 1.5 million impressions, were pushed out to people, and there's not much interest, it's not that there's interest. I don't believe there's not an interest, right? So whether it be, must be my numerolopsis that is acting up. Mr. Sabinator, Boom Acablamry, thank you very much, man, for being here. Nice to see you, man. We have a great show for you tonight. I sound like Ed Sullivan. Great show for you all tonight. Bronx Made It is here. I'm here. Right on, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stephen A. Well, I think it's the psychotic ones that are the smart ones, bro. I'm starting to wonder. First sip of my hot coffee. Usually I never sip the hot coffee. My brother Kai is in the house. Thank you very much, brother. I hallucinate. There's never the same numbers. Am I hallucinating? People come by here. There's 8947. I hallucinated 7364 the other day, and I thought it was 65 something. I noticed a lot of glitches and or deliberate things where names are changing a little bit on YouTube. So I said, well, there's always something, always some action happening on YouTube, eh? A lot of action. Big thank you to everyone on Twitter for the beautiful interest to my research. Beautiful, I don't know if there's any comments on Twitter. There must be. I know you're going to laugh at me, guys. I'm a total rookie when it comes to a noob when it comes to Twitter. Because when I was there the last time, they took me down for speaking my freedom of speech and my thoughts. Shout out to Elon Musk. Very happy he's there. So honestly, nice to see. Hey, Alex Jones, welcome back on the platform. Owen Schroyer, back on the Twitter platform. Congratulations. Tucker Carlson, you guys got to be checking him out. He's doing some great stuff and connecting with some great people. You got some people like, Trump, Kid Rock. And so David Grusch says things have to get political. We don't want to talk about politics, but UFOs are going to bring the story into politics because now they're going to be naming names. They're going to be cutting throats, and they're going to be trying to literally fire the people inside of the U.S. government, whether it be Congress, Republican or Democrat, because both sides are really stopping the Transparency Act from going through. The bipartisan act the Senate passed. They want to stop all transparency, right? Tim Burchett, congressman from Tennessee, representative, started the UFO caucus. Got Paula Luna that's involved in this. So David Grusch says that the United States government has killed people before to have them shut up about the secret about the secret programs. But there are more people on the This is serious stuff. And this is not just hearsay. This is stuff coming out in the news. And, big interview with Gary Nolan, a physicist, also a candidate for a Nobel Prize, a candidate, scientist, physicist. But it's rare, as Ross Coulthart said from News Nation, that we get a perspective from a physicist and from a real scientist. So some of you must be noticing that some of the higher ups, or the ones that are paid to shut up, are starting to come out. They're having problems when they come out and they talk about certain things. It's not a wonder that people wait till they're retired, or a year to their retirement, or, already retired. Then they start talking about certain secret projects that they were involved with. So there's more secret projects than we think. There's not just one project, whether there be just one alien retrieval project. It's a serious thing because the wing of the CIA, the Office of Global Access, is interacting with special forces and special operators of special forces and special command through SEAL teams to go retrieve alien craft. Okay. And it's not just hearsay. And the governments, it's from very high credible sources, based on Ross Coulthart's quotes, that the government does have the spacecraft, and they're hiding spacecraft. They've been doing it for 80 plus years. And I mean, you could only imagine that they also have, look at Luis Elizondo. Luis Elizondo worked for the Pentagon. He was working on the one that closed down, right? Secret project for UAPs. This guy is a biologist. He's got a whole bunch of clearances and stuff like that. And Luis Elizondo, whether you like it or not, was the man that they used to go when there was a problem and they wanted to know something about the phenomena. So he's not any Tom, Dick, or Harry. This guy has a competency for something. You can say he's a spy or not. Who knows? I don't care. I just want to know what people are saying, no matter who they are. It's information can come out of the mouths of someone that's not accredited, or someone that doesn't have a document, or to talk about a certain field. Listen to what they're saying. That's what I do. You usually know pretty much when you got yourself a fish, or if someone's trying to pull your leg. Everyone's talking about a fake alien invasion, about a diversion. It's like, yeah, but let's wait till it happens. Honestly, let's wait till it happens. It hasn't even happened yet, so who knows if it's going to even happen. I would say false alien invasions and stuff already happened. It probably happened several times and will happen again. And it's been going on since Roswell for sure. So most likely. Anika in the house. How's it going? Beyond UFOs. Hey, Bruce. I know you're not crazy. Thank you, my friend. I done what you have done, and I appreciate that. I'm connecting with a lot of people that are, doing the same thing, looking up in the skies and seeing a lot of stuff. I mean, some of us are luckier than others. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I saw orb 2 feet from me when I was young, and it was a spiritual encounter, and it happened to me. My traumatic event when my father passed away when I was young, and lost my grandfather to all the men in my lives, and then me and my brother both, and then all these spiritual things started happening. And when I say spiritual things, I mean spiritual, like really crazy energy things. The electricity went off before, and I do the dumbest things. I do the dumbest things when I'm alone. I don't even know why I tell you guys, but it's because it works. I'm sitting here and, electricity goes off, and I say, let there be light. And then it goes on. And nobody ever understands me when I say that. It's because there's certain things that happen that are beyond coincidence. And there's a little magical part to my life that I'm actually able to film certain events, guys. Like, that's why I'm able to film on the moon. It's funny. It's only when I go point to the moon, like there's no looking or searching. I point to an area, I zoom in, and boom, there's an explosion, and the UFO fleet goes by, and then they're gone. It's like, I don't know if it's luck or not, but guys, I have a lot that I want to share with everyone. It's too bad that YouTube sucks the platform. Unfortunately, I'm not leaving. This is my official place. I can be here and there. I'm going to be on Twitter, by the way. Also, I'd like to upload some videos directly there, also, and grow the channel. Uh, get used to it, Twitter. I'm going to be thanking you a lot because I find already almost at 2,000 subscribers after 3 weeks on Twitter. It's because you guys went all out. You're subscribing to the channels you like. It's nice to see that on Twitter. And I'm seeing some posts come up. Like you see Tim Burchett, you'll see like, Elon Musk posts and underneath a cat post with 2 views. I like that. You see everything mixed. I'm not saying it's better or not, but it's nice to see that it wasn't like it was before. I have to admit, Twitter is a lot better now than it was, but I still have a lot to do on Twitter. I still have to look at the messages and stuff. I am overwhelmed. I'm trying to get to everyone. Elias, happy birthday, late brother. Nice to see ya. Thanks for being here. I hope you had a nice birthday. He was working during his birthday, I think. Like an alien. No, it's because I'm close. See, that's like close like that. There, it looks like I have a port or a gazebo over my head, but no, it's very normal. But it must be all the weight loss that people are saying, like, there's something wrong with Bruce. My head's as big as a microphone now. Got a great show tonight, guys. Really great show. I'm serious. Have you ever seen anyone show you a spaceship? Do you believe it's a spacecraft? Like, I'm showing you a square object. It literally looks like the Bell. It looks like a NASA capsule, but it's way too big. Someone said it looks like a satellite. Yeah, but it would be a lot smaller on the moon. You zoom up to the moon, you see the satellite. It could be, we could say that I'm zooming up on satellites in the atmosphere, and because of the moon in the background, I'm capturing them. I'm catching them, but I wouldn't see smoke behind them. And in the last short video, guys, one of the last short videos, daily short videos, please watch the short videos. You will be able to know what the long format videos represent and what I talk about. I went back to show you guys. I mean, I'm excited. Aren't you excited to have seen a UFO propelling itself on the surface with the smoke go out its ass? I've shown that UFO, but I didn't see the smoke at the back because I clarified it and I redid the footage. I go back and that footage takes me a long time. So I really appreciate the subscribing. You guys, all you have to do is subscribe. And if you can and if you want, I know television and phones, you don't have to comment, but those of you that do, or thumbs up, it really helps the algorithm of my channel because I'm blocked. Try to help me break through the veil. I think sharing on Twitter is definitely something that helps. So yeah, there's not a lot of people watching. We're about 70 now, but still very grateful. Like I said, uh, can't really do much about the suppression on YouTube, but at least that's why I'm pushing, my research everywhere. But I wasn't pushing enough, right? I remained here on YouTube and never went over to Twitter, So, and I hope I am streaming on Twitter. I think I am. Yes. My goodness, 6 people watch me on Twitter. I'm telling you, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome connecting on the other platform, and it's my first time doing that on several platforms because I couldn't. Nothing worked. Everything was broken, and we're not allowed talking about anything. Good. If it's filling up fast, that's what I want to hear. Hey Bruce, what's the dark or black night satellite? They're starting to talk about now. Yeah, starting to talk about that. Well, lo and behold, it just so happens that I have that up in one of my shorts also. Black triangle. I don't know if it's that or the Dark Knight, but literally Sabinator. And I'll get these shorts up, bro. I have hundreds of objects and especially quite a few with the nose pointed downwards like it's broken. Literally the shape of the Dark Knight, traveling really fast. Of course, none other than beside the sun. The sun's active right now. It was a burning at sea something, if I'm not mistaken. Sunspots. What's that? Chrome theme colors have been refreshed to work better for everyone. They like refreshing their shit, eh? They refresh colors. They're bored. I'm telling you guys. They're adding a whole bunch of new stuff. They're changing the internet. You notice that? AI is starting to take over. Ooh. Oh, the strength is strong. The field is strong now. It was at C9, almost an X before, but I don't know what it's going to. So yeah, the sun is active. Vicky, how are you? They're putting a delay in your live every time they do that. Yes, they do. And Bruce, of course, takes a long time to get to the bottom. I'm about to scroll down. I hate missing comments. I hate not answering everyone that's here. I'm sorry about that. I'd like to ask Bruce, he's all that question. Make sure to ask in the first hour. Bring some good ones. Yes, because Bruce takes him an hour. Yes, sir, Stephen A., my blue friend. No racist intended. Auntie Honey, thanks for coming back, y'all, and thanks for being members. All of you that are here, the interest in the channel. Nika, you are a sweetheart, I have to say. Tony, how are you? Nice, you guys. The colors are amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's like she knew I had a cold floor. It's like ice. Yes, Darla. Absolutely. They're beautiful. I have to. Actually, hold on here. I'll take one off. The guy's like, Bruce, don't show me your socks. Yes. Look at that, guys. You think she bought them? Pretty sure. Nice and thick and perfect and no holes. No holes because if I would have knit it, I would have had holes. That's for sure. That is for sure. I'd like someone to knit me a cape. No. Thanks again, Anika. Absolutely. Yeah, of course. I'm so happy and honored. 75 watching. Thanks for listening, and everyone. We're going to have a good show today. So, yeah, Gary Nolan talking about they're not human. Okay. When we talk about acceleration and deceleration, okay, when you see a UFO taking off from Earth, going into space and coming back, we have some radar that has detected this. And when the radar had detected that an object went into space, came back to Earth, went into space and came back to Earth 4, 5, 6 times in 5 seconds, they said that the UFO propelling itself in acceleration from Earth into space, guys, it would have to, you would need the power. And this is from Gary Nolan himself, the physicist, saying himself, it would take the nuclear energy accumulated on Earth for an entire year from everyone on the planet for 1 second boost to get that propelled craft outside of the firmament or outside of Earth and past the belts. I mean, listen, it can't be done. Humans can't do that. The ones that are flying those craft or in the craft, if it's not the craft that's alive, well, we can open-minded. Whoever's flying those craft, if they're inside of it, they're not human and they'd be dead. Okay. Those craft control momentum, the craft control gravity, and they hover. They do not create wakes in the water when they go in and out of the water. They're not even interacting with the physical world. They're in category 5 hurricane winds and they're stationary and stable at all times. They're not interacting. So this is like beyond a movie. So guess what? They're starting to say that they don't think that they're outside from here and thinking they're on Earth. Well, maybe if they stop drilling or if they stop, getting rid of the whole interior of Earth and boring holes everywhere, maybe the people on the inside in Agartha wouldn't want to come out. You know, we can laugh about it, but they're actually talking about it in the news. What's actually coming up as a real topic in the news from real scientists are the religion aspect. Politics and religion is going to come up. It always does. And he said a very good point, Gary Nolan. He said way back when it all started, religion started, it was an orb of light that was a god that we couldn't see, that people were interacting with. And all through religion in many cultures, you see them interacting with a light. Okay. And now today, like Gary said, not going to steal his words, he says when somebody sees a light today, they're nuts. Even though religion has always been that everyone has always interacted with orbs, and that's how, the beginning of time creation started and everything, the light, the orb, they say you die, go towards the light. I wouldn't. I'd be careful before going into the light. I'd let a few moths go in first before going in. Gene Bob, thank you very much, man, for being here. I'm always having problems with the damn autocorrect guy. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm scrolling all the way down here, you guys. And I'm going to miss people. Rose Cullum is here. Say eventually all women turn into good drivers. Watch out for women making turns. You said joke. You said joke. Peace. Chrono Stone, thank you very much, you guys. I'm overwhelmed when I see new faces all the time. Justin Branch, thanks for being here, man. Adam Allen, thank you very much. Astrophilosophe, Project Blue Book. Yes, 2.0 on steroids. Things are getting crazy. Miss Numerous, how are you? Aussie Sue, Frequency of Truth. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you very much. Moving right along. Off to work. People will watch when I get out in the council truck and park up under a tree. Right on, Justin. Got ya. Crypto Susie, 888. Hello, North Carolina in the house, my American friends. That's how it all started here. Crypto Susie, 888. I had a lot of American, and I still do, a lot of American people that came and that still come to this channel. And I'm very grateful every time I see a new state or something. I got a lot of people here from North Carolina. There's a lot of people will be saying hello to you. Thanks for subscribing. Those of you just arriving, if you're at Rhymes, if you're interested in real, rare, exclusive captures, have an awesome day, Justin Kai says. Right on. Salty bastard wood chipper technician. Chrono Stone in the house. Jules of Southern Oregon. Love you, Jules. Thanks for being here, y'all. How's it going, Dad? I have a very hard time believing any narrative the U.S. government is pushing, and I hear you. Deception is the name of the game. Absolutely. And what do you think, Dan, about the interagency battle? Sorry for screaming at you guys. The interagency battle that's on the inside. Do you think any chance that we're going to actually be able to bring some truth out? I think we will. I think on the inside, there's a real battle where now some people are starting to call names. There's more whistleblowers that have come out. David Grusch is talking about it, talking about lots of stuff. Do you know that China has a secret program opened up to spot everything related to UFO in the US and what they're doing, right? Everyone's spying on each other, right? Talk about direct energy weapons, frying people's brains, um, where humans were harmed by extraterrestrials. The story is getting really serious. It really is getting serious. And you know what I'm afraid about, everyone? On Twitter and YouTube? What I'm showing on the moon, honestly, should have gotten me killed, because there's no talking with a big head there. I'm just a regular amateur, but what I was lucky enough to capture in my dumbness, if you want, I wouldn't dare say I was skilled. It's dangerous. And think of it, there are people on the moon, right? Because there are structures there. And it all started, when I started looking at all of this, I looked at the structures first, and then I said, wow, well, there's UFOs, but the explosions and lights that are up there on the moon, there's some high voltage power being exerted up there. I believe that there's, and we'll look at some power sources in a bit also. We're going to look at some objects on the surface that look like spaceships. We're going to look at a whole lot of things. And please do, like I said, watch the short videos. I got some good ones up. I got 6 or 7, I think 5 or 6 up today. A longer video today. The views are very low on the channel here. Again, thank God we got Twitter stopping by, my online family here, of course. Thank goodness Godzilla Gorilla, smash the like button and share. That is greatly appreciated. Right on, Kronos. Is it bad on Twitter? I'm gonna find out. Hey, Crypto Susie 888. Our pleasure. You're always welcome here. I'm serious. We got a hell of a cool online family, and we got lots of women here. So it's finally having some women come in. There's a lot more guys than there are women here, but now finally some women are coming in. Makes the interaction and the mingling a lot more fun in the community. Craggle Love, how are you? Stick around, Twitter. Hell of a good show. And if not, come on back after. Wait till I shut up and stop talking and just scroll up to the point where I start the video. You'll be able to see the video because I do want you to see it, guys. When you see what I'm showing, you'll understand why I want you to see it. Forgive my enthusiasm. I've always been like that. My first videos, I was crying when I found out it was on the moon. I said, I'm going to be able to actually show people what the hell is up there, even if we don't know exactly what's up there. I think we're I think we're doing pretty good in trying to find out what is up there on the moon, right? Everything that we're seeing. What do you think the Pentagon is doing? They're looking at the same videos, the same sort of things, unless they're actually the ones doing the testing on the moon. I'm leaving the option open to all of you. Feeling a bit icky today. I will try to keep up. Hey, Rose, sending some energy your way. Sorry you're not feeling too good. That was me the other day. Thanks for being here, Rose. Listen in and stay quiet. Stay away from the keyboard. Be less hectic. Alex, the moon looked flat to me. Listen, bro. I'm not going to hide it. It's definitely not round. And when you look at it, and especially in some of the ways that I show it with the 14-inch telescope, it does look flat. I'll be honest with you, it does look flat. There's all this optical illusion. They talk about parallax and libration. We're going to look at what looks like spaceships on the surface. Oumuamua, elongated object. Looks just like that Apollo 18 or 8. I'm all mixed up. The Apollo mission that supposedly they retrieved an alien. Now, a lot of you here, I was neutral on this, but I have my own opinion. A lot of you here said that that alien video wasn't real and that they were not retrieving aliens. But what do you think about it now with the real alien retrieval program that exists? How do you feel about the CIA being the one that is coordinating that? They're using your money, tax money, and probably Canada too, because now we're only hearing about the US in all of this. Imagine how many countries are actually doing retrieval programs. And the scary part is that the tech is actually being sold amongst themselves. So they're selling, a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm jumping into and out of, conversations, but there's lots to say. Interesting that way. Luis Elizondo, um, when he was working for the Pentagon, said that the US government had exotic parts that were non-human, that they had alien craft that was non-human. Bob Lazar is saying that they have non-human craft. And it just so happens that the number that Bob Lazar spoke about in the bunker, in a part of Area 51, it was 9. So the 9 that they're talking about, there's a lot more than 9. There's several people that say more than 9, right? Ross Coulthart, I believe, is one of them from News Nation that says there are more than 9 craft. David Grusch says that there's he didn't say shitload, but he said a lot. He lingered on the word a lot. That's for sure. Who else is here? Thank you, sir. Much respect. Thanks for appreciating it, man. "1967 Sander." That rings a bell. That rings a bell. One-man band. One-man show. Had so much shit. I had to go. So many people. stealing the research. Even some of them recently passing it off as their own KM. Hi, man. I always say man for everyone. I'm so sorry. I have a tendency of doing that. And if you are, well, yes, sorry. And if not, I'm sorry about that. Astrophilosophe says it's not unrealistic that these objects are freaking massive. Absolutely. Solar Warden is just a single example in terms of football field level sized ships. Absolutely. That was also Stephen Greer talked about a base and some military U.S. personnel that were buzzed by very massive spacecraft. One of them, I think, that was the size of a football field, and it was like right in front of them, caused them some troubles. I don't know if it's them using the direct energy weapons or if it's us up there. I know for a fact that we have them up there too, and it's not a good thing. What are some of the dangers of a whole bunch of countries having anti-gravity technology? This is another thing that was talked about on Gary Nolan's and Ross Coulthart's interview, and it's scary as hell because when you think of it, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say China wants to hit the US or New York, okay, with an asteroid from the asteroid belt, and they have dibs on going over there with UFO, drone or not. Obviously, the first one's going to be drones because don't forget, they're saying that Nolan says we don't have the technology to fly in the spacecraft. I agree with that because what I told you, the power they need, guys, they need high voltage, tera voltage, okay? Terahertz. So, have you ever heard of bismuth, magnesium? Ross Coulthart speculated but heard that rock, by sending a wave into it, a gravity wave or whatever, a wave into it, that it would levitate. Me, when I hear that, I get so excited. I get chills. My teeth will clatter because I believe, ever since I was young, I believe that aliens and UFOs are rocks, and every single rock that you see out there is absolutely impossible to know who and what they are. And I also believe that the UFOs are always on the same trajectory as they're letting themselves go in orbit, not using any fuel or exerting anything. They're on their momentum. Don't forget, they manipulate momentum. They're in control of momentum. They're in control of everything. You can't have humans in those craft because you would not have them smashing themselves around. They would die. Uh, Nolan does not think it's humans, and they actually think that the government doesn't know what the lights are. And that's where I find it very interesting because I interact with lights. So the government, and I know in my heart, and I knew it at a young age, the government will never have dibs or access or control over those lights. They're never going to exactly know when it all started or where they're from either. And those lights, it's concerning if they're moving around on Earth because, guys, listen, they're playing around with high frequencies here. You have HARP, you have CERN, you have the southern base in Antarctica, right? Southern base, right? Where in the South Pole, right? Where they have a weapon there that can be used for quantum communication. I still don't think that they have access or have the spaceships because we don't have the power. So he asked him about the bismuth, magnesium. What do you think of that? He said, I heard about it, but he said, I'm not allowed talking about it. So he touched on a little point. But when you talk about levitation, guys, this is so interesting. The levitation, a lot of like me, and these are theories before I probably brought them up, obviously. Rocks and levitation and the way they could have built the pyramids. A lot of people say that the ancient pyramids and that ancient Egyptian people were aliens. Lots of talk and speculation. You look on some of the hieroglyphs, you can actually see what looks like a helicopter. I'm pretty sure it is helicopter, boat, a whole bunch of things side by side. I believe the ancient technology of ancient civilizations were far more advanced than us. Like, I mean, really a lot more advanced than us. Uh, an hour and a half, usually the Wednesday streams, guys. Don't want to bore you all, but I promise to keep it interesting. Come join our community. Darla, thanks for being here. I love you guys for it. FTB, hey, thank you. You guys are awesome. LA, watching Verdict. And so I got caught up right on. Thanks for coming in. Thank you very much, LA. Let's go, Bruce, all the way down, all the way down, all the way. Whoop, 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 whoop. Did I see Norma C? Did I see Norma C? I thanked her. I hope she saw it. Let's see. Astrophilosoph says, why would they want to come out to deal with the nuclear maniacs, aka humanity? Yeah, exactly. I don't blame them, and I hope they don't see us all as the enemy. Exactly. But imagine, maybe they have to come out because we're doing something to them. I'm worried about not them attacking us. I'm worried about us attacking the aliens. We are warriors, okay? Maybe the aliens don't have it in them, that warrior side. Friggin' hope so, because if not, we're screwed. But apparently, they have a sense of humor. So that's when I thought my dad and my grandfather used to play tricks on me. I have poltergeists here. I have videos up, guys, of objects moving in my house, by the way. Those watching on Twitter. I don't know if you're like me. If you're curious about somebody, I know by one video if the guy's a bullshitter or not. You're going to know right away. If somebody's pushing UFO videos all the time, I went 4 months without seeing any UFOs. Boy, the trolls were happy. What's the matter, Bruce? Not seeing any more? No, hell no, I'm not seeing any more UFOs. Happy, giving us a little break. I'm seeing UFOs in the sky. Hey, Twitter people, I recently filmed all the month of November, 342 UFOs, just one evening, in less than 2 hours. And I had all those videos up. Beautiful flashes they were doing, up to 10, 15 in the screen at the same time. Some exceptional videos. I'll be getting some of those short videos up too. I promise to get daily short videos up. Donovan D, how are you? TET's here. Fucking right, man. Donovan in the house. The craft itself is either mitigating the G-forces or the entity themselves are able to withstand it by some strange biology. I'd wager the former. Exactly. No, but you're right about it. I mean, look at us. Imagine a primitive race seeing our cars and seeing us smash face to face and the guy walking out of the car. It'll take a couple of weeks, months, a year, and they'll come to the conclusion that there's airbags or there's cushions or they're tightly in place. They could be the same, but I mean, I'm telling you, your brain, you can't do it. Can't go to space and come back in a flash. And don't forget, they do it 10, 15 times, in 5 seconds, okay? It goes to space and the Milky Way and comes back. Radar reads them going far. Saturn back, Mars back, Earth, Moon back. Hey, no way in hell. Could you imagine that? Oh, well, they're taking off Apollo to go towards the moon. The guy's sitting there in his craft watching them approaching real far. A little singeing light. They're waiting there with their UFO right before they land. They go, they appear there. They get scared. They go back to Earth and they just go back. UFO takes off. They're in control, in complete control. Doesn't matter if the moon's a spaceship or not. There's people on there. There are people on there. There's Norma C. Hey, Norma C's in the house. Thank you very much for the beautiful letter and the contributions, Norma C. I love you for it. I can't thank you enough. I pray for you and the lunar transient phenomena you capture are legit. Thank you so much, Astrophilosoph. Capture are legit, awesome, and actually new information in the world where all of the info is just repeated and dressed up. That I really appreciate you mentioning that because people use the same trends. Linda Moulton Howe will talk about something. I don't even know what these people are researching, honestly. Gaia. Everyone's preoccupied with Gaia. I'm not telling you they're all full of shit, guys. I'm telling you that everyone's saying the same bloody thing. The shaka, the energy goes through your soul and through the nostrils and out your anus. Breathe deeply and breathe out through your anus. Let the energy come out. The karma, the chakra, align yourselves with the. Yes, I think it's true. Some cool things that they say, but everyone's on that. And somebody takes that and changes it. Somebody talks about a trend, right? Everyone repeats the same thing. Me, when I see somebody come here, I don't know how the hell My research doesn't get around, but people will come here and tell me the moon is friggin' plasma. It doesn't make any sense if I'm filming UFOs and structures that it would be a hologram either, a holographic image. But I'm not going to shut out the fact that there could be holographic images on the surface. But why? When you can use smoke, haze, natural smoke, that's what hides the sky from us. It's natural. So if the clouds around Earth are not natural, the pretty freaking smart to make clouds, right? And come up with a science saying it's the humidity. Oh, look at the clouds form and whatever, you know. There's lots of lies. Science is all real, and you have it's science is a theory, and you have lots of little lies integrated in it. That's what happens. Ace 1007, that was definitely 50 plus hearts from me. Thank you. Unfortunately, I can't even see them. If not, I would be able to say thank you to everyone for the hearts. On StreamYard, I can't even see them. Stupid, eh? When you think of it. But that's how it is. Those people on Twitter, what I posted, over 100, 150 videos of short videos, that's 5% of the research that I had, and only the UFOs on the moon. We have so many types of UFO types on the moon, and I believe living organisms. The tether incident showed jellyfish-like creatures swimming around in space, and so am I in the atmosphere of the moon. As a matter of fact, when I go to Saturn, it's very far, but I still see some things going around. And the only things that I can see well are the big objects, right? So yes, the objects that we're looking at are pretty big. Honestly, they're definitely pretty big. Just want to see something here. Yeah, okay. Moving right along. Thank you so much, Darla, for being a mod here, for enduring me, for listening to me. Ace One, thanks for being here. Thanks, mods, and thanks, members, and everything. So greatly appreciated. Help the channel out and subscribe. I'd appreciate that, Darla. We just got a sub, so I'm really happy. Hit the like and punch that bell to get notified. Thanks. Those of you that like the shorts, I didn't even know myself until a few days ago. The short videos, they do not send out notifications. YouTube does not send out notifications. Since I'm posting daily shorts, you can also go on playlists. I have a short playlist there. It's a top left corner one. If not, between live and video buttons, you have shorts. Click there, daily shorts that I'll upload there. I'll get the complete videos in some of those links from where I got the that footage from, also to help some people get to know the channel a bit more. No regrets, honestly. It's hard to like, who would I be to get out there before David Grusch? It would make no sense, right? That I would get out there before David Grusch, right? Honestly, imagine me getting out before David Grusch. The research is not going to happen. Never going to happen. Definitely not. Guillaume Barnabé, merci. Thank you. Nothing is flat in the universe, so certainly not the moon as exception. Well, if the moon was not natural, then it could be flat. But you're right. If you look at everything that's flying around in space based on science knowledge and facts, whether they're facts or not, take it with a grain of salt. They say that everything is potato shaped. As a matter of fact, when they found Oumuamua coming in from interstellar space, it slowed down the solar system and then sped up, leaving, and turned around and went towards the constellation of Lyra. Okay. And that object, that's why they're saying is alien and possibly an alien craft, because they say that there's nothing around space of that shape, which for me would sound ridiculous. Canada Moose is here. Hello. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's a good one. But that's what you say, and that's what they say. But is it true? You know, have you ever heard of star objects? Birthing stars. Yeah, guys, I have videos of the Orion Nebula, the Great Orion Nebula. Very close up, long exposure images and live video. And you can see the images that I get in so close, and I show you the birthing stars. You could look at stars, little red eggs sitting inside of the nebulae. It's sucking in all the gases from the nebulae. It's so interesting. I'm telling you. But the star objects that come out of there. There are some star objects that do not become stars, they're duds, right? And when they come out, they're flat. And did you know that star objects are triangular, square, octagonal? Some shapes are like perfect. It's weird. Look at the octagon that's on Saturn, on the top of Saturn. Is it not weird? Does that not bemuse you? Can we please send the U.S. Migrants to the moon? Hey, listen, no racism intended. Obviously, they have to shut that border down, and that is ridiculous. I mean, they're coming in. Thank you, Biden. It is so sad. That is so mean. And the Mexicans must know. Poor them. It's not cool either because they're being thrown around. But in reality, they're bringing in all the fentanyl and shit. It's a shit show. It's so sad. 85,000 missing kids. It's like, hello, on the moon? Maybe that's where the kids are. Yeah. I know. But it was a good one. That's how open-minded I am, man. You know, some people do believe certain things are flat. It does look flattish, though. All celestial spheres look flat. It could be, like I said, because of the parallax. We're going to see that in the video that we're going to watch right now. Got some half dollars that have the Apollo mission on it, and they're flat. That is awesome. I know which ones you're talking about, too. I don't have any, but I looked those up. It's a nice collection. And told me aliens are in the White House. They're lying. If the government told me aliens are in the White House, they're lying. The purpose of the CIA is to lie. Oh, yeah. It is to lie. That's why, man, I hope people that are on the inside, the whistleblowers that are high ranking, I hope it's going to cause a fight. And listen, they're not doing that for us, bro. They're doing that because they absolutely want, they want control. That's all they want. They want control. They want control. That's all they're going to do. Nothing good is going to come from it, guaranteed. Nothing as good is going to come from what the CIA is doing, but the truth is going to come up from the inside. And there's a fight going on the inside. I don't know why, but some people are going to get stooled for a lot of shit. Hopefully. My daughter made my YouTube channel for me. TTs, thanks again for being here, my friend. For me and put my first video, it brought tears to my eyes, Bruce. Isn't that awesome? Listen, I believe it. Yeah, jet engine in the car, and they say, they say that we have problems with finding, making cars that work on water. Come on. Right on. Jules in the house. I see you twice in chat. One says Jules, the other Jules, very strange. Yules. Oh. Do I see Yules? I do not. Hold on here. Yeah, just keep an eye on people. We're keeping eyes on you, people. Great video coming up right now. Drum roll, please. TR3Bs. Oh, yeah, I got some of those. Hard to believe, eh? Bruce, full of shit. Bruce, did you get a lunar wave? Nope, I got a double lunar wave. Bruce, did you ever get the Dobbs? Nope, I got the Dobbs with UFO in the front and two trailing it back. So you're like, come on, are you serious? Yeah, I was lucky. Get a double lunar wave, not just one. Well, it could be the sun. Right on, you guys. All the way down here. Canada Moose is here. Steve's here. Scrolling down. I had a vid that said it's the edges that make pyramids do what they do. I got small dowels at Walmart and use that idea. Smart lady. Hey, Jules, thanks for loving the shorts. I was so anxious to lose the weight to put them on. Oh, you mean the short videos? Yes, Jason. Hey, guys, that's my brother. How's it going, man? I love you, man. You guys can check out his channel, too. He makes videos, does interviews, and wants to connect with people. Thanks a lot, Jay Henry. I feel great. Approaching the 115-pound loss. Thanks again, Norma C, for everything and coming by. Tony, you're now a threat to your own existence. So Bill Gates is going to cut off food to save humanity. Yeah, isn't that moronic? That in the salad garden he's doing. Yes, love it when people see. Thank you very much for coming in, my friends. Welcome, everyone. Esoteric teachings. Welcome. Never trust the U.S. government. Right on. Dead rocks in space don't act that way. Exactly. And the dead rocks in space don't have illumination either. That's the problem. Even James Webb and everyone, they all have problems seeing. They have the filtering and stuff. But it's hard to catch UFOs. Sorry, asteroids. It is very hard to catch them because you can't see them. That's why in my short videos, I have a planet-sized object going by the sun. 2 of them, right? I showed you a planet-sized object, an even closer planet-sized object, showing clouds going by in front of them. Those of you who want to check me out to see if I'm real or not, if ever you think I'm fake, unsubscribe, stop following me, spread the rumors, Bruce's expose me. I just wish people would vet me, right? I've been vetted. I've been here and there. I've been on some popular places, even spoke to John Lear, but it seems that the more I interact with people, the more I get out there, the more I'm causing a storm, literally causing a storm. Moon's craters are flat and convex because the moon is a metallic space base. Yeah, metallic space base, and don't forget, because of the hazes and atmosphere, we look at things that look flat. The inside of the craters are friggin' bumpy. And I would say it would be devastatingly impossible to land inside of a crater. As a matter of fact, do you not think that they would have tried landing something there inside of a crater? They're screwed. Inside of a crater, you're stuck in there. You'll never get out unless you use the old highways, but there must be some old gates there and stuff. Yes, I'm crazy enough to believe that there's 10-wheelers on the moon. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Bye-bye, Tony. Who else is here? Maybe you were the projections. Yes, it could be. Nothing's a joke in the Matrix, eh? Everything's possible. Hey, merci. Thank you. Marcel from Montreal. I love seeing people. My neighbors, nice to see you. I'm right down here in Valleyfield, just on the outskirts of Montreal, my friend. Pat, thanks, brother. So the moon has craters, says LA, and we never, ever see any asteroids or debris hit the moon on constant basis. No, actually, well, NASA says that it's near impossible to be able to film a meteorite hitting the moon. Very recently, a Japanese, if not Chinese, Japanese astronomer was an amateur, caught an asteroid hitting the moon. I caught over 150 of them. And you're going to say, wait a minute, what do you mean? Well, it's because I don't present them as asteroid strikes. I present them as explosions. And when I started looking into the moon, I realized that it was, like we'll see in the video, UFOs exploding before takeoff. When they take off, there is an explosion. There's a photonic light reaction. And that's the antimatter that's created, hits the matter and creates photonic light. Bob Lazar had said that's what the UFOs that were at Area 51 were using, right? The element 115. The element 115 burns, goes down a metal tube, then is conserved inside for a split second, and then the energy is exerted. So, they're not traveling around space. Like, you're not going to see spacecraft traveling around like Star Trek, nor are you going to see it with warp speed. That's what a type 1 civilization, which we're approaching, I think. We're not type 2, we're far from type 3. To be able to propel ourselves out on a big spaceship, we're going to break up in pieces. We can't do it. Spaceship will never lift off of Earth, and we'd need a place where it's going to make a hell of a lot of wind. Ain't going to have spaceships taking off beside a Walmart or a daycare center, eh? It's going to be a lot of wind. Do you see what happens when the UFOs take off on the moon? All that smoke that's being blown over. How do you think I was able to tell that there was clouds on the moon, guys? That's what we're going to look at. There are clouds on the moon. Esoteric teachings. Well, listen, yes, it's not crazy. Well, you're right. You're right, actually, because they do travel with a frequency. It's funny you say that. It's no. Yeah, no. You see, I don't fucking know. It's exactly that. It's exactly that. And what they do, it's a gravity frequency. There's a certain gravity frequency that they have to use with that energy. It's an explosion, and they quasi project themselves to their destination. So this is what they did with the Philadelphia project. They were doing testing with that, trying to teleport themselves. Supposedly, they had teleported the boat into Boston or whatever in a bay, and then teleported it back. They say that they were sutured, to the hull and everything. And some of the people that were on that boat were interviewed. I'm not going to hide it, and said that nothing happened. Obviously, they were told to shut up. Red Pill opens a third eye, says Stargazer. Thanks for being here, my friend. Nolan spoke of vibrating in his interview when he was in London Hotel. It's funny you said that. That's exactly where I stopped it, where he started talking about his own experience. Yes, he's had some encounters also himself. I'm telling you, people that have had encounters or have these energy encounters, well, you're very welcome. You are very welcome, and thanks so much for coming by. Benjamin Chavez, what about the moon shockwave video? Absolutely, the lunar wave. Do I have my lunar wave video here? Well, whether you want to call it a lunar wave, I call it a lunar ripple. And they are talking about fast radio bursts and ripples in space and time. The fast radio bursts are the biggest explosions in space that you'd ever see, a fast radio burst. Andromeda, native, how are you? Use the gravitational pull of the planet. That's what I believe the UFO fleet that I showed. Hi, Andromeda. The UFO fleet that I showed on the moon. Guys, the UFO fleet is going like this that I have in the video. It's going like this, left and right. Gravity waves go left and right. And somebody told me, yeah, they knew that 100 years ago. No, they confirmed that gravity was a wave in 2022, I think, or 2021. Or, yeah, like they just did. Detoxing opens the third eye, decalcifying the pineal gland. Well, that must be what has been helping me. It's just to say that I don't have spoons and forks and shit sticking to my face like in the movies, right? The best aliens are young in spirit. They are God's children too. Yes, and they like joking around. Well, we all have forever to wake up. Right on, Benjamin Chavez. Cheers to you. Thanks a lot. Thanks again, Andromeda, for stopping in. It's controlled like a military operation, seemingly. That's how I see it. Listen, guys, I showed you the explosions. I get emotional seeing that, and seen his film. His film? No, I have not. I've seen his lunar wave, though. Lunar wave shows that. Well, I had an interview with Crow. If you want to see it, it's on my channel. Lunar wave shows that what we see is an image. Cliff High explains it well. Lunar wave shows what we see is an image. Yeah, that's one theory, that it could be an image, but that is an old theory, Normacy. The exact thing that Chris High said, he talking about a very old theory. It's like a projection of an image. It has to do a lot with a holographic image. Really not into it. When I look at the moon and I see that wave, it's because everything is electrical. Everything in the electromagnetic frequency is invisible, and some that we can see. And that's why I believe that we see some of those things. Yeah, I heard of that one too. Probably human flesh. Don Ginnip, how are you? Hello, Bruce in chat. You're losing weight, Bruce. Hope all is well. Yeah, definitely well. I'm losing so much weight. This used to be a bracelet, an earring. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm fasting. I fast several days, And the reason why I fast is because when I go to the moon, 3 days there, 3 days back, and there can't be any eating between traveling there and back. If not, I throw up, urinate, and crap in the craft, and they're not happy. Shit all over the walls in the craft, and you have to go to the bathroom before taking a drive in the craft. That's for forgive my stupidity. So we have to jump right into the video. Yeah, Cliff, hi. And just the other day, he's got my work up on his channel. You guys got to give me shout outs when showing my work, because there's a certain piece that was not Linnae Crater. That was my research. That's why I'm a one-man show. And now I'm only going to be showing the research here on my channel, or when I do an interview with some people on Twitter. Lots of people on Twitter connecting with me now. So thought that was pretty cool. I'm recharging my mouse, and I'm going to jump in the video. Literal forbidden science that actually exists. Yeah, and it's pretty impressive. And there's lots of things that we can't understand. Some of the things that are flying around that are small, like alien craft, guys, could be that big. And if the alien craft are small, like a nail clipper or like a compass, how are we going to see that? How are we going to see that at 99.99 the speed of light? Like a little titanium ball or something that's just whizzing around everywhere. You wouldn't want to get it in the forehead. No one's going to see it, right? Or when somebody does, it doesn't matter, because at the moment you see something going by, you're like, don't forget, I have military drones, what I believe are military drones or alien tech. The Pentagon is not alone to have found some cool things. Remember the ones flying with the duck? That's right. I'll be showing that on a short video also. It's going to be pretty cool. Lunar chemtrails, another thing. I'll be getting another video short up of that. Spraying on the moon. We can actually see that they are bloody spraying on the moon. That's absolutely crazy. Flat earthers crying, yes. Hey, Justin Palmier, merci mon frère. Nice to see you. For those that are on Twitter, vous parlez français, you speak French. J'ai une chaîne en français. I have a French channel, OVNI Quebec Astronomy. It's in the channel sections. I'm going to have to start sharing them in the description of the videos. Share them out. It's also a dead channel. They're holding me back. So I've astral projected to the moon and seen them manufactured. Grays are biological and mechanical technology. Thank you. Well, they say it's a bit of both, right? It's hybrid, like living robots. In other words, I've heard also the term when they talk about robots with living parts. Have you ever heard of UFOs with living parts? That's what's interesting to me. But it really made me sad the other day, just the thought that I had of, imagine NASA killing the nature that would be around the moon just because they're trying to go there and land. And I don't just shooting that out there, a stupid maybe theory, but it makes me think. And that's why I really want to know what the hell's going on. It's disappearing. Perfect. Until like that. Disappearing, but it's still, I mean, look, I'm still a big guy there, still a big guy here, Those that don't know it, on Twitter, in April, the mid-April, I was 307 pounds. Now I'm 195. I did it through fasting and eating only meat. Jay, how are you? The more we see, the more questions into infinity, like everything else. Absolutely. Thanks to the 125 people watching, and I appreciate you all for that. Yeah, no. Yeah. When I go to the moon, I have a big meal. No good fasting, because then it moves over your intestines. You feel them for 3 days like they're on the left, like you're going to poop them out. Yeah, I was a comedian before becoming a researcher. So there is 2 channels that personally show their own UFO catches that I sub to. Bruce and Mountain Mysteries are producing undeniable evidence that things are visiting. Right on. Thanks for sharing that. So Norma C says, if everything is electrical, how do you explain the wave? What's an electric wave? It's magnetic. So the magnetism and the wave that we're seeing, there are big explosions that happen in space. And very recently in 2021, 2 neutron stars collided together. And that's confirmed. And when that happened, Lots of things happened. It created a black hole. There's lots of speculation around what happened. Fast radio burst at one point was coming from a neutron star beamed to Earth. It lasted approximately 5-10 seconds or maybe a bit longer. It completely manipulated the magnetosphere around Earth. So did the explosion and in Honga Tonga, which wasn't an explosion. It was a deliberate strike, missile strike. But if everything is electrical, how do you explain the wave? The wave is not explained. No one's ever seen that. NASA has never seen that. And everything in science, Norma, is theoretical in reality, right? They talk about the electrical universe. So, okay, when the universe was created, whether you want to say Big Bang or not, people are already saying it didn't happen. There was a hell of more than one bang. Okay? We see bangs all around me every day. There's lots of big bangs that happen. The amount of energy that was exerted when the Big Bang happened, that's what regulates how much force and power and energy that we can use. So we can't build a spacecraft because the spacecraft uses more energy than lightning and everything and anything that we see here in our solar system. It's incredible. But the lunar wave is that it could be many things like a force field around the moon. We could be seeing a ripple in space and time. That's an explanation that I gave a long time ago when I first got the double wave. I got it 4 times the wave, one double wave, the 4th time. And I say that it's a lunar wave or ripple. No, it's a ripple in space and time. I don't know if it's going uniquely over the moon. And I think that it moves over the fabric of space and time because that wave is traveling faster and it's creating pressure, wind, resistance. That's my stupid explanation to try to understand exactly, what's happening. Bonjour, Claude. Salut, Claude. Merci beaucoup. Jay, I even mentioned that a long time ago. Giant ants. You know why? Because of all the monolithic objects that are, risen up into the sky that have odd shapes and forms. Imagine thousands of years, Jay, with ants there on the surface or termites that build. Because you're not stupid. Termites is extremely a fast builder. They'll destroy They'll destroy North America in a month if we would let them, all the trees and everything. Incredible. I believe it, Andromeda, that we will have some visits here. I'm wearing off coffee, been doing decaf for a couple of months now. Good for you. Good for you. Swiss water process, right on. Norma, see how sweet, how kind you are. Thanks a lot for that. It feels good, Norma, too. Around here, they call me Min Min Lights. Right on, man. But that's why I attract some of you guys and gals that come here that know a lot about the lights and that interact with the lights. I know a lot of you have interacted with them or have had experiences. Okay, ants, right on. I've had experiences like spiritual events. I've had quite these spiritual events actually. Heard about how the heart pulse is felt by others. Oh yes, I've heard that too. My little alien ear is what's always intrigued me. I can hear vibrations from very, very, very far away, and I'm not shitting you. Yeah, he's getting old, Darla. Gumsy, looking good, Bruce. Thank you very much. Thanks, you guys. Thanks again to all new people coming in, eh? If you can't find BSA here, then try this. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. That is Twitter. You guys have to head over to see the amazing people that are following me on Twitter also. So, wow, I started at 5. It was supposed to be an hour stream and at 6:30. So I guess I'll start the video. But again, I never get to see anyone. Everyone, I mean. Yes, Andromeda. You ever consider the Oaxaca shiz? Oaxaca shiz. Is that like Worcestershire sauce? That sounds like a demon. What is that? I hope it's not a god. Oaxaca shish. It says it doesn't exist. Oh no, it wrote shift. Dumbass. Legality, treatment, side effects. I don't know. Thank you very much, Jules. Bruce, thanks for all your efforts and research you share with us all. Your best of the best. Hey, thank you so much. That's why we're going to jump in right now to the research. Whole bunch of amazing people took the time to come by and see the stream. If you don't have time now, leave, but do come back later to see the video that I'm going to start right now, by the way. I know I've been saying it a lot. Maybe aliens bioengineered. It's a sickness. I have to answer as many comments as I have. Stay Z. Maybe aliens bioengineered Santa Claus on the moon. That could very well be. Could very well be. I'm making a video as I do every year. I grab some Starlink videos, and I grabbed my UFO that came down in the sky, the last short that I put up, and I put some Christmas music up, and I add some bells, and all you kids and that are waiting for Santa Claus, actually I shouldn't be telling this to the kids, all you parents that are awaiting Santa Claus and want to show your kids. Well, long story short, I got some pictures of Santa's sleigh and a really close-up view of Rudolph's nose that's really, really bright at the front of the sleigh, causing a halo. And, I always think it's fun for the kids putting it up. We can't take away the holidays from the kids, guys. Moon could have a force field. Could the explosions be then going through it? Absolutely. And listen, oh my gosh. What if it is a spaceship on idle and all those explosions that we're seeing, it's just the electrical circuits that are as big as mountains and houses, that as the electrical current goes through the circuits, we're seeing massive explosions on the moon, poop, 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 all the time. But listen, guys, there's a corridor on the moon. There's a friggin' highway up there. They're going all over the surface of the moon. They're traveling in all directions. They're low because I see them small. They're high up, and a lot of smoke coming off of these UFOs. Did you see in the short videos? I posted a UFO turning. Have you ever had anyone show you a UFO turning? Right? Hey, Donovan DL, thank you so much. Why no high definition satellite around the moon? NASA BS. Exactly. Yeah, listen, they were supposed to put one in the cislunar orbit. There's not many satellites that are rotating around the moon, that's for sure. Hey, Donovan, you guys, thank you very much. We are probably like the only bastion of any semblance of individuality in the universe. Most likely. Or imagine if we were the slowest. Isn't that scary? Like if we were imagine if we're literally like the monkeys of all races. Okay. And here, the monkeys that we have here are so primitive, our animals, that the aliens on other planets don't even want them there. Let's get into the video. No excuses now. Thanks, everyone. Trying to get this down here. I can't now. There we go. Thanks for listening in. And trolls, if there's any trolls, be careful for the fake channels, mods, and everything. We're going to present this video before I get off for sure. Share the screen because I have more videos to make for you all. I've been getting up at 4 a.m. every day to make videos. I'm not saying that so you'll feel sorry for me. I'm saying that so you'll see that I'm really investing time in doing this work and research. I ask you, please subscribe and make this the biggest free channel and best free channel with the most rarest and exclusive captures. I sound like an ad on any given platform. Bruce's music is the bomb. It's got me back to trying my guitar again. I love him so much. I owe him so much. Thank you so much. And better looking than aliens, Bruce. Thank you. Share the screen here. Oops, what's going on here? La la la, what the share the screen. And I'll take my big fat face off here. Nope. And that's not what I wanted to do. I'm over here now. I want to go over there. There we go. All right. Put this down. And I lost the stream. No, it's right here. Lots to see. Lots to see. Lots to see. What do we start with? Let's start with a little bit of music. Let's analyze some things on the moon. Relax. Take the time to go make yourself a coffee. Too late. I'm starting it. Let's go. On the moon. I like the colors, guys. If you're just joining the channel, there's lots of colors here that I show on the moon. They're all natural colors, right? Maybe the colors are different because we're on Earth here, but just beautiful to see. We're going to see some cool stuff, some anomalies on the surface. This is one of my favorites. It's like a spaceship. Not saying it is. North side of the moon, top northeast side, elongated object, which literally looks like the spaceship that they said retrieved an alien from the Mona Lisa. Whether it be true or not, I'm sort of starting to believe it now. Guess what? They knew the story, so they made a fake video about the Mona Lisa and didn't show the real thing, but it really happened just to bug the ones on the secret project. So that you can see that. Now, this here, you're seeing it flat, right? I'm going to show you two other moments during the moon phase of this object, and I'm going to show you how it really looks even more elevated off. It almost looks like a tower, right, on the moon, because during the phase, the parallax and the effect of foreshortening is really seen. And I'm going to show you the examples there from different times during the moon phase. So this is the foreshortening. Okay, so different viewpoints of a moving object gives us an effect of foreshortening. So because Earth is moving and because the moon is moving and rotating also, it causes an optical illusion that we see objects lying down like this. Those of you who know my research know that I showed this, and it looks like a tower. It doesn't look like a tower there, you say? No. Here either, eh? Look down here. This is this. You saw everything's flat here? I didn't change anything. Looks like it's standing up here. It looks like it's lying down here. And this is standing up. Looks like a cannon on the surface. Here it's standing up even more. So really cool to see. It's causing an effect of foreshortening. And you saw it flat. You saw it like that. And then we'll just glimpse back to the close-up view to give you an idea. This is already close right here. This is very close with the 14-inch scope. See that? You see that in the circle? I'm also going to show you, sorry about that. Yeah, it's on the bottom too. You see it coming out in the bottom, and it's also on top. I'm going to show it to you. The moon flipped around upside down. When I show structures most of the time on the moon, I'm flipping them around, and the structures look very different, and they seem to be making more sense when you're looking at it upside down. It's funny when the astronauts say they go to the moon in space, which they didn't. They say that they have to turn themselves around. So you're going one way and you turn around and you flip yourself around upside down and then you're right side up. So what is up or down, sort of weird. Let's continue on. So there you can see these objects in the bottom. I'm showing you different views depending on the foreshortening. So you're seeing here the difference of the foreshortening. So like if you don't understand foreshortening and by the way, guys, it's a Terminator line. Always notice when I'm showing you structures, never, well, almost never will you not see the black line there, because I'm using that to show this. All this elevation here is the same right here. It's just as bumpy and elevated here, but we don't see it. And that's the optical illusion of foreshortening. So you can visually see it there. So now we're just back to the last view of a zoom up with a 14-inch scope, which I think I did pretty good to be able to show it to you. The moon is hard to see. NASA shows shit images. So I think this is pretty good. So spaceship or not, what would cause that, right? It looked like launch pads. And there it is. Do you recognize where we are? There's the object here, elevated. And you know the spaceship in the Apollo mission where they went to retrieve the alien? You know how there was writing all over it? And you know how the front there was a big hole, meteor hole in it? Just saying. You can see the lines here, eh? A lot of people like pareidolia, but it's not always pareidolia. I'm going to show you something here that for me is effing incredible, but I know none of you are going to be interested. This 1, 2, and 3, and 4 here. This is a massive installation. So all over the moon, the installations are those white areas. They're just white and refractive, but you could see when those like platform-like areas. This part gets to me. Too much of a freaking perfect 90-degree angle. Big, massive wall here. It doesn't look like much, some will say, but it is much. Here, okay, imagine if this was an open mouth. I'm not saying it is. I'm going to show you a couple of things in here you probably didn't notice. Open mouth, nose, 2 eyes, bald head, looks like a doll face. Some of these were already found by other people. Somebody asked me if I've ever seen a doll face. That looks like a doll face. But again, pareidolia, of course. Here, you might not see it here, but if you're on a large television, you're welcome. This, where do you see a difference here? There's only 4 textures here and tones. Black, white, gray. There's only 3, okay? You have different tones of grays, a little bit goes into the greens here. But look over here. Where is it now? See? Did I lose it? Like right here, somebody had already even told me. These slits, okay, are where the UFOs come out of, and they're all over the moon. That could even be one part there, you know. But this here, I've shown this turned around upside down too, and it's absolutely crazy. It literally looks like a tower, but we could look at the surface of the moon for like many hours, honestly. Let's keep going and look at some other things. So I just converted it here. That's the same object we were looking at. But now hang on. How come we didn't really notice this? What's that? So you compare it and go back. I mean, guys, honestly, you see the cutout there. You can see how the craters are cut out, okay? They're all cut out. So what I'm showing you here is this converted. So converted here, watch what this looks like right over here, all this area. Let me go forward. You still can see that there's a manipulation. Now, guys, nothing's clear, right? Like none of these are distinguishable as to what they are. I get it. It's not easy getting the moon. I guarantee you when you get a telescope, you're going to have a hard time. I think I'm doing pretty good. But this object here, it's very, very straight. What's at the end of it? A spot of smoke. There's more smoke here. They hide certain areas, or it's literally, okay, companies, and this is a tower, a stack on the moon. I've showed it. Also have a short up of that too. Moving right along. Thanks for listening in, everyone. So you go to and from, and your eyes adjust, right? So there's certain features, and again, some of this can be natural, guys. Absolutely natural. Okay, Bruce, we showed that enough. What does this do to you? When you see that, I know you don't see anything standing up, but in reality, this is a towering object and shadow here in the bottom, like all the shadows are bottom of objects. Sometimes you'll see the shadows on the bottom and on top. People say shadows are all supposed to be facing the same way. Not everything is a shadow on the moon. No, that's for sure. Oxygen blue line. This is natural. I didn't color it. 14-inch scope. Always a nice blue line. I believe that's an oxygen blue line. That's Mare Serenitatis that we're seeing there. Actually, you guys have good eyes? If you're on a TV, I mean, you're backing up. This here, the rectangle that's there. I show it all the time. Supposed Apollo 17 area, but there's a monolithic object on the inside here. Again, the parallax, shuts it down. Beautiful oxygen blue line around the moon. Maybe they're terraforming it. Who knows? I think we'll see a better angle of that rectangle. See the angle we're looking at Mare Serenitatis now? Watch an angle of another evening during the phase. Look at that. Now you can see that rectangle again here, right? See the colors? You see other squares here? Do you see how, listen guys, look it up. Mons Argeus, right there. Mons Argeus, Littrow Valley. What you're looking at here are pipeline connections. I don't care how dim it is for you. You can still see them. One, and it's connected to this line, this line, this line. And look, 1, 2, 3 light sources. These smaller lines at the back, I cannot see right now because my scope isn't close enough. And that goes and connects to the other flame that's there. Don't tell me that's not grass. The hell with anybody that thinks it's not. This too, the greenery that's there, it's not olivine because they just found out there's none on the moon. Why are they looking for the oxygen quantity on the moon? Why are they testing out suits for the first time? We will witness the first time somebody tries to go to the moon. And when they die, then people will know that nobody can go to the moon. Because no one's going to go to the moon. Greenery. All natural colors here, guys. No saturation. No saturation. Your saturation. The white line at the end. See all the connections? It's ridiculous. Look at the atmosphere in this. I won't linger too long. Don't worry, trolls. 3, 2, 1. So not everyone's going to be interested in this. Now, if I tell you Greece, ancient Rome, a battlefield with jumbled up, Gaza. Okay. Do you understand that the surface has incredible, massive structuring that's very refractive and reflective? This white material that is so reflective, whether it be basalt or regolith. Sure, there's some luminosity or some reflectivity to some of them, spectroscopy or whatever. I'm not going into that, but we can see this, guys and gals, is Copernicus crater right here. So all the cities I show you, this is on the other side. And you could see that. I don't know. I get sad when I look at this because it looks like it's destroyed. But again, it could be made to hide a very advanced surface, though. My opinions here, my theories here are just that. I'm not here to give any facts. I repeat facts that are online. I give my own ideas and opinions, but the research is not manipulated. The videos are not manipulated. I have a very easy, regular processing of using negative images and filtering by descending the exposure. Quite simple. And that's what I do with my images. No magical application being used whatsoever. Now, unfortunately, it's not much, okay? But it is. This here that's going by there, for me, is sensational, okay? Because it continues here and goes down to lights and continue here. I've done every point looking at this. It continues here, and you see it. No matter how small your screen is, you still see that it continues. Ejecta doesn't do that, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps freaking going. It keeps freaking going. Look at this. This looks like a pipe that is sticking out of the ground because there was something exploded inside. These looks like pipes that are a part of the moon, if it is a spaceship, that are uncovered now that we can see. But the problem is they weren't uncovered yesterday. They were uncovered before anyone here on Earth was born or hundreds of years ago. Who knows? We don't know what the moon looked like 100 years ago. But when we see stuff like that, these connections, they're covered in something. Is it vegetation? Is it smoke coming off of these distilleries, I mean, industries, whatever it may be. That's to the left of Copernicus. So all I wanted you to see is just that you guys can see that, those of you that understand, this is not a pixelation, right? It's a very clear image of nothing. You can see it. If you have very good eyes, you can see this absolutely incredible, beautiful, towering object on the surface. The surface is like a movie set. Lots of monolithic objects that are on the surface, high rising and sky rising. So it's not much. I got way better images than this, guys, but I do want you to see that that's the real images. And understand that the blurriness is because of the it's in space, and because of the distance, and because of the movement, and because of the atmosphere and dusts and hazes. There's lots of dusts on the moon. That's a fact. So Copernicus crater just over to the right there. So, like, okay, guys, I think it's because I have good eyes. This here and this here, this is a 90-degree. This is cut out. It looks like a foundation, right? In theory. And here, this is a shitload of stacks, high rising in the center, that are out of place. There'd be no reason to have these large objects there. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of objects on the surface. Anyways, these little images like that get me so excited for nothing. Even that there. It's because it's a sign of the beginning. My eyes are really adjusting. Do you see the snake there? A lot of people are going to think it's stupid, but it's not, guys. I'm telling you, it's research. This here, all these angles and stuff like that, that's not ejecta, I believe. But again, it's just, just my opinions here and my own theories. Maybe the moon was bombed. Maybe it was destroyed. It was attacked. Oh, so I left. This is not the video. There we go. Okay, I forgot to cut that piece out. See, I'm not even showing this, guys. I'm not even going to show this, but just to let you know, this is called the guitar. Okay, the guitar strings. The section's cut off here. Okay, the bridge. There's a line here. I can only see it on my TV. Another line here. Another line here going by. So if I go forward and backwards, you can see rectangle and stuff. Like there's objects underneath these hazes. That's not really important, though. That's really not important. Light sources. Everywhere on the surface, you will see these ridiculously shiny spots that you could see fusioning, and friggin' smoke coming from the regions. And don't tell me it's ejecta, because that's a lot of bullshit. It's not ejecta. Here with the conversion, get your eyes used to seeing all the. See how everything looks flat here? And now there's a bit of depth here. You can see that this looks a lot lower than there, and there's a hole there that descends. There's lots of regions on the moon that descend like 10,000 feet. Watch the trolls, mods. So we can see smokes there. So much research that we have to go bit by bit, guys. There's no use in making these videos where, like I've always done, showing 30, 40 objects in the videos. So those are anomalies that are not normal, I believe. One of my favorites, of course, and one of the worst of the trolls. You guys on Twitter, you have to check out the videos in the center there. They're rising from the surface. I have a short video up and a long video today. The last video shows a UFO on the surface leaving the inside of the moon from a hole. That's a propulsion system that's behind these objects. It's absolutely fascinating. The government doesn't know what they are, so we don't need the government to find out what these objects are. All of us together can find out what these objects are. Maybe some of this is debris. When you see an object going by that's not moving around and just floating around, there's a lot of debris out there too. But when you see objects like this flaring up, here's in ultra slow motion, it shows me the surface. And do you see how it's sort of attached to the surface? Maybe it's not a UFO. Maybe the spaceship. Okay. Maybe the moon is fucking nuts. Maybe the spaceship is sending these pulses all around this circuit board like moon with different layers and levels, but at such a big quantity and size of the connections, since they're doing terahertz, that has to be a solid, and you're literally seeing through those tubes where you're seeing the energy go through the tubes, and maybe some of that energy is what's illuminating the surface. They say the surface is not an illuminated object, and it's bright as a light bulb. Gotta wonder why it's bright as a light bulb. So we're done with this one, guys. I thank you all for watching and listening in with this one. This isn't a program or anything. This is just the REC, the rec, explaining the light and whatnot in the RG. Like every simple, this is iMovie for Pete's sakes. Nothing special. Video special, but that's nothing special. Real quickly before we end it here, I thank you for watching the last video, and if you haven't, watch it. Okay, I showed UFO propelling itself in the atmosphere, shitting something out, or shooting another UFO. You see it at the end here, the line. Spacecraft in the atmosphere. We won't linger. We're done here, guys. 3 thrusters at the bottom. Looks like a thimble that you put at the end of your finger when somebody is sewing so that they don't prick themselves with the needle. Watch what it does. You're going to see the object plunge itself into the atmosphere. Look, it just came out. And now it's sticking its nose, diving down and going back into the atmosphere. I'm happy I was able to show that. And that's what real spacecraft looks like. It's not, like the SS Enterprise and whatnot, because this is totally top secret. Nobody's talking about that. I don't want to bore you if you've already seen it. We saw this one really fast, which is just the best one. Propulsion of that. That's like 10, 30 miles long, guys, that puff of smoke. And the UFOs are always blowing the smoke around. So why do you think there's smoke going around? Because the UFOs are taking off. And when they take off, they're allowing me to see the structures. We're partners, just like we're partners. I deliberately zoomed up. We see some pixelation appearing in the image here. See the squares? Those are pixels. That's a layer of pixelation. I want people to understand that. See that? See that perfectly square here? See this? All the angles here? That's just pixelation. If you want to help your images get rid of the pixelation, just bring down your exposure. It's a big secret, guys. Bring down your exposure. You'll get rid of all your pixelation. But look how beautiful the view is. Back in the 1950s, probably. It's been a long time since they've seen UFOs. Copernicus crater. UFOs coming out of Copernicus. Real quick, let's end off with this one. That's a UFO coming out of the moon. Those of you on Twitter that did not watch the video, well, you get a little glimpse of it. So the UFOs coming out in the center in a red circle, meeting up with the 10-15 UFOs on the left that are traveling almost at the speed of light. And this UFO takes off like a bat out of hell and meets up with them exactly simultaneously swaying from left to right at high rates of speed. Transportation system possibly on the moon. There's lots to see here, guys and gals, so we can't go through everything in one day. Rome wasn't built in one day. We'll, constantly be looking at so many videos, and there's new captures here. Just so happens I'm a guy that gets a lot of lucky things outside in the sky, even during the winter. So thanks for watching. They're all lifting up. That's how they lift up. I watch them. I don't use Soho. I use little equipment to be able to see them. Doom, doom, doo, 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 doom, doo. Very important. Hang tight, Twitter. We're almost done here. And YouTube. I'm going to go forward and backwards. They're in triangular formation. Why am I saying triangular formation? Well, it just so happens there's 2 in the front flying. Those in the military know that if there's 2 planes flying in the front, for example, and there's one in the back, he's going to be in the center of those planes or on the outside here. He's not going to be lined up. You'll never see military planes following themselves, follow the leader. Here, you can see a square, which it could be a cube, for Christ's sakes. They said that it was square UFOs. That's the big secret. Well, why not this one? We're seeing a square. It's not pixelated.
The smoke here is going to go the other way and turn around. Why? Because the UFO's turning around. But look at the UFOs underneath. Why are there 3 UFOs? You see them? There we go, Bruce. We got it. And watch the UFO on top turn around. Why is the smoke up there now? Oh, now it's going the other way, the smoke. A lot of wind, on the moon, A lot of wind on the moon, guys? This is where you're looking there. Looking right there. Ass that way, wind that way. He's turning around. These 3 objects are following each other on the surface. There's another UFO here and another one there, and those are clouds. I'd like to see you create a dust in your yard that's going to hide your town from the moon people. Tell me that's dust. It's not dust. It's clouds. Could be methane clouds. It could be industrial smoke because they're producing nuclear up there. But I'm telling you, it could just quite simply have to do with a camouflage of the moon. There you go, guys. Just beautiful. So in other words, right now I'm showing you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 UFOs. I'm confirming that this UFO has smoke up its ass. This UFO has smoke up its ass too. And it's proof at 3 other UFOs following each other going by, showing like 10 UFOs in the same screen. Look at them all. You can see that you even see the smoke. They appear, they disappear. Absolutely incredible. Look at them all. Those are the moon people. That's what I was able to get, showing you that we could see them all. Guys, that's only in the atmosphere. That's not the surface. The surface is full of people. I guarantee you. Guaranteed full of people. There it is. UFO going by. Maybe it shot the UFO, right? Like, watch this. Poof. Shoots the UFO. UFO starts going the other way. You know what? They're in water. They're in water. It's a boat. Get in the boat, Gundy. The boat is leaving the dock now. Could be a boat. Could be a boat. They're arks. Arks. You see, when they said in the Bible that they built an ark, yeah, that's what they meant. Maybe, in general. Well, there we go. We had a nice long 2-hour stream because Bruce said he was only going to be here an hour and a half. The mods are going to be pissed at me. Stop sharing. Thank you, everyone. 10 Cent is here. Rod R is what you have talked about. It runs in my family also. Thanks for being here, everyone. We love long goodbyes. Thank you, LA. That sounds like a song. It sounds like a good song. Toroidal. Thank you. Not everybody knows what that means. There you go. Well, when you look at it, you come up with a lot of crazy things. Like sometimes I look at the moon, guys, and I imagine that it's islands at Chronostone. Like there's a whole bunch of islands there, and all those other objects are just they're on in the ship. I believe that the water comes from the moon that we have here, and I believe that the moon gets the water from Earth. I believe that. I'm not bragging. 217. I told you guys that I had a dream. Darla would remember. I always blame Darla. Thanks, Alex. And I said, I dreamt that the waters are shared and separated from the moon and from Earth. They're shared. Well, in the news that they actually said that water, molecules are going to the moon. There's other hydrogen or whatever. I'm no scientist. Water is going up to the moon. There's water on the moon. There's an atmosphere on the moon. You guys on Twitter know about the pits on the moon where there's 18 degree, 20 degree temperatures inside of those pits. We have running water coming from the poles that are going to the regions that have the sunny regions. I'm telling you, thanks, Alex, and everyone for the incredible support here. Michael M. Ordino, thank you for being here. Love from down under. My friend Mick Smith, thank you very much, man. Excuse me. I also have a music channel. If you guys are curious, I connected with a lot of musicians. Scott R. I'll be checking also the music that you sent me, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, toroidal. Well, that's the shape that they're talking about. Also, the moon, I guess, not necessarily round. I can confirm to you everything's potato shaped. The Earth's not round, nor is the moon. Imagine a crack moon, Hunter Biden with smoke in it. Well, why do you think there's the smoke coming out from the inside? Can I contribute till Friday? Right on, Mount Moon Man. That bad site, I had stopped my membership. Oh yeah, right. It's still lying to pull from my bank account. Really? Oh, sorry about that, Andromeda. That's shitty. Let them be. When you find yourself in times of trouble, let them be. What about the massive pyramid hanging out over the Pentagon that Gaia was going on about? Was it fake CGI by multiple witnesses with video? Me, Count Derpula, I'm so open-minded about what's going on. I take it with a grain of salt, Gaia, and what's going on because they have the monopoly. Sorry, you look at the History Channel, National Geographic, that are always saying things. They have incredible videos, but sometimes they say things. Rod R, that really means a lot. I love you guys. Serious, bro. I mean it, man. Sugar B, so nice to see you. Sending love your way. We have a nice online family here. My friends from Twitter, thanks so much for stopping by. Did anybody from Twitter come by today? Hope so. Maybe it's because Monday, Tuesday aren't the best days. Like my first video on Twitter got 60,000, which I was very happy about. No regrets here. I'm also on Rumble, everyone. About to be attacked soon, but you can check me out on Rumble also. Rumble. So did we get any subscribers? We got one subscriber, and I thank you, whoever you are that subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. That's really weird. When you look at customization, I see a cross on me page. So, thanks again, everyone. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they mustn't write the views on Twitter because it only says one viewer. I'm okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for making this channel what it is. Don't change a thing. If you're coming to this channel, watching the videos, always going to be here. I'll be here during the Christmas holidays, before and after. I'll be here for New Year's. Maybe get a couple of streams up. Get ready for the news. What about Grusch? Said some well-known building was built over massive UFO. Yep, I can't wait for that one. Reveals. Absolutely, LA. He knows exactly where the craft, because we don't say crafts, like the news media. Crafts and yeah, so lots of craft that are being held. Lots of alien tech. Bismuth bullion. Absolutely. Well, you know what the problem is, Count Derpula, with your bismuth bullion? The UFOs, that's how they collect the money. Because when they come down, they're going to send terahertz into your house, and all your bullion coins are going to fly up into the UFOs, and that's how they collect their money. I believe there's a trading system with aliens and with humans, and it must be a little more complex than the fur trade that occurred here on Earth. Thanks, guys. Guys, check out my music channel, Bruce's Music. I play the harmonica, I play the guitar, the piano, have a little fun with the Cajun drums. I have a cello. I lied. I don't have a cello. I don't have a cello, but I have a lot of fun playing the blues. And thanks everyone for coming in this evening. Janine, merci beaucoup, ma sœur, d'être ici. Sèche tes pleurs, ma sœur. Thinking of changing my channel name to Honey Badger. Right on, man. Hey, saludos. Muchas gracias, Victor Acosta. Hi, man. Thanks a lot, brother. FTB Fitness through Balance LLC Strength. Thank you so much. I love you guys for the inspiration. Right on. Yeah, Alex on Twitter too. I have to check the messages there, guys. Before I get off, who did I miss here? Rumble, you have 13 followers so far. Nope. Rumble, I have a couple hundred subscribers. But yes, you got one of my channels. It's the one that probably had 3 to 12 subscribers. Get this. It's a channel I opened up on Rumble. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. But there's 2 of them. And that's the one I'm going to stream on, bro. So if you look for me, I have on the channel, there's no video up, but on the other one with 200, I would hope by now 300 subscribers, that's the one where I have a video up, and I'm going to get more videos up on Rumble also. Sugar B, thanks a lot, eh? Spacecraft. So if you want to support the Bruce Sees All channel, thank you for subscribing and, commenting, those of you that can. I respect and appreciate all lurkers and anonymous people and people that don't like interacting with civilization because everyone's such shitheads. You know how it is online. It's not always easy to interact. Some of you are with family. Some of you are babysitting, taking care of kids, homeschooling, Jules. But thanks again, everyone, for the incredible support. So I guess on Twitter, I'll only see the views after when I get off. So right on. That's absolutely cool. 2 hours already. Time flies when we're having fun or when Bruce has a big mouth. Wow, what a great 2 hours. Thanks, Bruce. It is my pleasure. We have a lot to talk about. Be watching for David Grusch all week, everyone. And be watching for the shorts. I'm getting more of the longer format videos up. But again, I just don't want to shoot shit out there. I want to post some good videos. And I don't know if you know it, guys. I posted over 100 some of the short videos. They're really cool because you can see better on some of them. It's not always the first short was far away as I did the first couple ones. Then I started understanding how to adjust so that we can really see the surface well. So it's good to see them big and small. And Bruce, are you going to shut up? Are you going to shut up, Bruce? And so how many people came by the stream? Let's go see. My last short of the UFO video went really well, though. So that's cool. We got about 2,000 people to stop by during the stream. So I love you guys. Thank you very, very much. I can't thank you all enough. We grew the channel up to 150,000 views, not money. But unfortunately, it doesn't mean that because you have a lot of views that you get more revenue, which is surprising. But just keep doing what you're doing. Watch the videos when you find it interesting. If you don't watch it. If you don't find the video interesting, give it a thumbs down or a thumbs up. You have the option to it. Twitter, my Twitter fans that are starting to, I noticed I got some night bugs over there that are up at midnight and that liked videos. I posted a video the other day, got a couple thousand of views. I will be doing the same thing. I'm up early, 4 a.m., 3 a.m. sometimes, answering comments, up with bells on, and I'm making short videos. I start up with the short videos. So that compensates between the times you guys have to wait for long format videos. And I promise to get a lot more stuff coming up. Don't forget, when the sun explodes and reacts, I also film the sun, guys and gals, from Twitter. I have an incredible view of the sun and the sunspots. I only film the sun when it's worth it and it makes an incredible video. I also capture asteroids and meteors. Geez, I capture a lot of shit, don't I? But it's true. I love you guys. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you very much for the incredible support here. Thanks, mods, and thanks everyone for the generous contributions. I love you all very much. Did I miss anyone? Sugar B says, hi, guys, on lunch break at work. Sugar B, thank you very much. And again, Jules, I love you. Thank you so much. Donovan DL 1060, thanks for the generous contributions, my friend, and thanks for being here. Take care, Sugar B. Bye, everyone. Talk soon. Comments tomorrow morning, all morning. No, I'm making videos too. Bye for now.